my name is Eliza Tan. I'm a product ecosystem manager for Adobe's desktop video and audio apps. And yeah, Ingo, go ahead and share the screen, and I'll make sure to enter presentation mode so we can get there. Does my screen look good?
It does.
All right. So yeah, I'll provide a little bit of context as well as to how we operate. But I'm on the Adobe Video Ecosystem team. So we're under product for Adobe's video and audio desktop applications. You may have heard of Premiere Pro, After Effects being the main ones. And then also under our product portfolio is Audition, Media Encoder, and Character Animator as well. And we also partner very closely with Frame.io. Very different use cases, as you might come to mind for like our web apps like Firefly and Express, although there is some overlap, I would say. But one example, the Academy Awards last year, Everything Everywhere All at Once was edited end-to-end in Premiere, one of my favorites, and actually won the Oscar for Best Editing. So Paul Rogers, fun fact, who edited this film, it was his second film that he ever edited, and he edited it from his living room during COVID with a 5-person special effects team. So it was really cool to see some of the behind the scenes of that and how the Adobe ecosystem was used, and a variety of partner solutions as well. So just to give some context on a little bit about how our team operates with partners. So like I said, Premiere and After Effects is kind of our main focus, and I'll be dialing in on Premiere today, is to create a unified and seamless ecosystem spanning all our video applications and working with our partners to facilitate the end-to-end customer workflows here. So I'm part of a 4-person team, just speaking on behalf of the team today, but how we're looking at it is really from an end-to-end standpoint, right? Like how are partners delivering value to our joint customers from import all the way to export. So we work with, in addition to our software partners who build panel extensions and plugins, we also oversee hardware storage partners as well when it comes to co-marketing. And my charter specifically is working with our panel and plugin partners, many of which are building solutions that are AI powered today. It's really exciting to see all the various use cases that and the gaps that partners are having to fill for us as well. So one really unique capability in Premiere is, if you're familiar with the software, it's kind of organized into a variety of like panels. And you'll see here just one example, but Firecut, which kind of targets a creator use case, has integrated with Premiere via panel extension and it's just added, a bunch of other functionalities and also an accessible learning curve to new users, right? Premiere is very much a professional video editing application, and it still is. But we're also very aware that there are non-specialist users using the app. And how do we best serve like these interdisciplinary kind of end-to-end creators or aspiring creators who may not necessarily identify as professional editors? Maybe they're marketers or graphic designers, but they're doing a little bit of video, but they're still using the app, right? And partner extensions and plugins are one way to just get ahead of the curve. And also there's a win-win there when it comes to how we work with partners. So 3 ways that you can really partner with us, or 3 steps, is first off, building an extension panel or plugin, listing that on the Adobe Exchange Marketplace is one avenue of discovery. But one way we also engage with partners throughout the year is through case studies, customer stories, press releases, blog posts. We work with our PR teams and community and social teams as well to help drive awareness to panel extensions and solutions for our desktop video apps, and as well as brand guidelines too, if you want to use any Adobe product logos. And throughout the year, we also show up actually in person to a lot of trade shows, events in the video industry, NAB, IBC, Sundance, Adobe Max, as well as throughout the year, our community teams hold a variety of events as well with hundreds of customers, filmmakers, editors, directors that across all use cases, right? Narrative, documentary, social, corporate video, music videos. And I often invite our partners to either attend or even showcase some of their solutions there. So lots of ways that you can get involved. If you have an existing integration with us, I'm happy to speak to that more if you have questions. But today I really want to hone into that co-marketing piece, as that it was a top request as well, from our partners when we'd worked with them in the past. And one way that we're really been doing this, one outlet or avenue, is our monthly Adobe live stream. So I host an Adobe Live as part of our video in motion segment focused on the partner ecosystem. So how we really surface up partner solutions and not to favor one partner over the other is meeting customers where they're at. We're surfacing up use cases. So in this instance, a few months ago, I interviewed Rickard here, who is a professional YouTube editor. He edits for a variety of YouTube channels with a subscriber base of over 23 million subscribers. So like Rumi Official, Bobby Duke Premiere Gal, or Kelsey, if any of you are familiar with her. He works really closely with those creators. So we really did a deep dive into like his workflow. What are the various, how is, first off, he utilizing Premiere in his workflow, and what are the plugins and panels that really help, that complement his Adobe workflow? How does he really like meet all the quick turnarounds and deliveries that he need to do on a daily basis when it comes to more choice, effects, transitions, captions, even cloud storage tricks. He was kind of talking about that, and here are some of the partner solutions that we had surfaced as part of that live stream. So kind of going through some other use cases is here, in line of YouTube social media. We also have, we worked really closely with our social media partners, TikTok, YouTube, Meta, for direct export to their platforms within Premiere. And there are also safe zones and inbuilt social media templates that are in product that help editors, not just social creators, but we're also hearing that across the board, social people are creating stuff for social and have social deliverables. And in this live stream, we're able to surface up some captioning plugins as well. So Submachine being one of them. We've really heard feedback from users that those are accelerating their workflow. So this was a really neat way that we were able to surface up some of our newer panels and plugins as well that are creating a lot of value for our end users. Taking a step back in the more documentary space and unscripted as well. We also had an Adobe live stream that featured Quickjer. So they've made a panel that, it's intelligent, it's prompt-based, kind of like ChatGPT, where you can input, your video, kind of tell like, say how long you want it to be, like let's say 5 minutes long. It'll section it into chapters and you can input it into your timeline, and we showcase them on an Adobe live stream as well. So myriad of use cases, customer use cases as well. And then on more the enterprise side, we also had a live stream in March. Michael on the team hosted this, kind of talking about an end-to-end sports highlight production workflow and our partners that were helping complete this workflow for our users. So there's so much that's possible here. We run this monthly, but just one way that we'd love to highlight partners in our ecosystem that are delivering value for our customers. So just a sneak preview of some of our upcoming episodes. Mentioned we work with camera partners as well. So tips on working with the Sony Burano with native format support in Premiere, more storage solutions. And we also have some plugins that help with reframing for cameras like the Insta360. So take a note or photo of like this QR code if you're interested in checking out the playlist. Knights of the Editing Table, that's also one partner that I work with, and they're creating value across, the end-to-end, the video pipeline for users. So love to showcase that and drive more discovery. In the interest of time, I won't dive too much into what's new. I believe like in Dan's session earlier, they had talked about our roadmap as well. But we have, new audio workflows for video pros, some upcoming features for Premiere Pro that pertain to AI and Gen AI that are coming later this year. Generative Extend, we announced some exciting new explorations in terms of partnerships, object addition, object removal, along with other AI features that are now in product. I've included the QR code too, to that landing page where you can find out more of what's happening in the AI space for Premiere. But one way we also work with partners is NDA product briefings, where we invite our product teams to give a sneak preview to partners on what's upcoming on our roadmap, so we can continue to partner with them. And then After Effects, I know we didn't spend too much time today speaking on it, but lots of exciting things there happening in that space. We're partnering with partners there as well when it comes to the workflows that we're highlighting, as well as the Adobe Substance team. So like I said, many ways that you can partner with us. And the best way is really to reach out. I've included an email here, as well as a link to our developer guides and our ecosystem website, where we're highlighting a lot of our highlights, the Adobe live streams that I mentioned, the customer stories, as well as just resources that would be helpful throughout the year, ways to keep in touch. And I really look forward to hearing from you all. And yeah, if there are any questions, I was not able to take a look at the chat, but I'll put in my email as well. Please feel free to shoot me an email.
That's great partner management, sharing the email. Please, guys, take this opportunity and reach out to Eliza and the team directly. They are doing great. Thanks, Eliza. This was a great presentation, and I know you, Marjorie, Michael, Emmanuel. So it's a great team, really supporting developers and trying to do the best thing to get them better visibility. This is really helpful. And like we just announced, again, UXP coming to Premiere Pro as well. So I hope that we see a lot of new plugins or existing plugins renewed with UXP. That would for sure also be a good way to let at least the video team know and talk about how you can get presented or get better visibility from them.
Yeah, 100%. Any questions, even on the technical side of things, we work really closely with our engineering team. So Bruce Bullis, Dan McSweeney, names that many of you are probably familiar with already, and I see a lot of familiar names in the chat. So reach out anytime, whether questions on the technical side of things or for co-marketing opportunities. That's what we're here for.